Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. What a week it was. Yankees stay hot. Astros are the hottest. Angels are the most fun. The NL doesn't exist. Let's talk some ball. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented by SeatGeek. My name is Jimmy. His name is Trevor, Jake, and Zach on the ones and twos in the office as BBD is doing bug dude stuff. So Killer Zach, the Z-Man, filling in behind the dish. Jake, how are you doing? Can you tell us more about Zach's vibe?
James, Trevor, Killer Zach, everyone live in the chat. Zach's good. It's one of those, Zach can rock a hat, but when he doesn't and he lets his hair fly, it's kind of a reminder like, oh, yeah, he's got that in the bag, too.
Trev, the only guy wearing a hat today.
We're good over here. Good office vibes today. A lot of Yankees, a lot of Mets fans are happy. Sounds like there's a crew going. They said the JM Mets crew is going to a game tomorrow, and I said, that's not true because there is no JM Mets crew. You're fired.
Dunked on.
Yeah, so, and then there's another funny joke that I can't make on air, but I can't wait to tell you afterwards. So, times are good. Our Yankees are incredible. Their friends out west, is it 2017 all over again? Trev, live to you in the hot box.
The office vibes here are stellar as well. It's me, and I'm in a good mood. That means our office is in a good mood because I'm here by myself. As people know, at Magnum Condom Studio, Friday episodes are my second favorite episode. I like the Monday better. But, when it's Friday and we're looking at the weekend and we're like, hey, you're here, buddy. Those are also good vibes. A lot of good series going on this weekend, but we're not here to talk about those guys. We're here to recap the series that happened during the week. And I'll tell you this, there is a National League. It does exist. And this guy right here is going to let you know all about it today. James, what are you doing, man? What's up with that basket, that collection of baskets behind you?
Yeah, I got a lot of baskets behind my head. I don't know, just like a ton. I'm at my kitchen table because my my basement or my home office is flooded and I'm out. So I don't know. I don't even know if we have redoing that anywhere close to the agenda. So I really don't know what my situation is where I'm going to work from home anymore. So if you start hearing some guys banging on hammers and nails or whatever, I'm trapped today. I got lands, whatever that word is, come in and
Jimmy getting some more work done on the moat. Trevor getting some work done on the side of his castle. Me and Noodle just licking each other on Jeff Passan Day.
No suit for Jeff Passan Day.
No, it snuck up on us, Jim. We're pretty busy, and I also have a bad brain. But I saw May 13th, and I said, "Is it?
Is this?"
And then a
Jeff
quick
Passan
Google
Day?
of Jeff Passan Day will show you it is May 13th. So I will be talking the whole episode as Jeff Passan. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim actually might be the Los Angeles Angels of the world. Shohei Ohtani is changing the game.
Global.
Why is it Jeff Passan Day?
Why is Christmas on the 25th? Why is Thanksgiving a day? Why?
That was because they're trying to unite the South and North after the Civil War.
I mean, that's kind of what we're doing in
I still want to know why it's Jeff Passan Day.
Friday the 13th, a little scary, a little spooky.
All right, fine. I'm a little scared of Jeff. Although if I hung out with him in person, probably wouldn't be.
That's the Trevor Plouffe MO. Know what else is your MO, Trev? Placing winners at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Trev, we need a winning bet from you. You play some cheese, and especially with DraftKings being the official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball, you can now bet $5 on any team to win. You get $150 in free bets no matter what, win or lose. You don't even have to pick it right. And you get 150 simoleons, smackaroos, De Niro, jubilees. And if sports betting is not legal in your state yet, they still have what you probably remember DraftKings for. Their events and setting stuff up. So they've got bigger payouts. It's safe, secure, and reliable. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code JOHNBOY. Bet just $5 and get $150 in free bets no matter what happens on the field. That's promo code JOHNBOY at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. MLB trademarks used with permission. And yeah, I forgot my bet of the day went out today too. So just a run in the first inning, Anaheim and Oakland and the Angels to win. So, Shohei,
Easy
Trout.
money.
Got a winner last week for the people, so not a big deal.
Passing.
Kumar
Rocker signs.
Yeah, that's the big news.
Frontier Tri-City Valley Cats.
Yeah.
My brother played in that league, the Frontier League.
Is he does he need to buy time before an MLB team can sign him?
Yeah, he's got to go into the draft next year again.
This year's draft, yeah.
Okay.
Again, why is it Jeff Passan Day?
Because the pandemic was happening, Trev, and we needed to celebrate anything.
So we made it.
Jake did the people a service.
What are you talking about?
And gave them Jeff Passan Day.
Is that when you dressed and did the whole thing? That's why we're doing it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was Jeff Passan Day.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
It's the third Jeff Passan Day in the history of Jeff Passan Days.
Here's what
that was that long ago?
Here's what
yeah, it's 2020.
Jeff Passan Day is today. Jimmy said that the NL didn't even happen this week, and you're telling me something different. So I'd love to find
You're going to like some of the outcomes, James. You're going to like some of them.
I texted you guys. I said, I have the AL this week. So if I find myself watching an NL game, I am up for like a punch in the face because it's not what I'm presenting to you, presenting the AL. So for me, the NL didn't exist, which stinks because I've been enjoying flipping the Mets games when they're on. Let's just figure out what happened in the NL. Trev's going to let us know. Zach's going to hit the tune. It's like the baseball boogie, Zach, I think, on the soundboard.
I've got it ready to go.
Let's do it, Trev. You got 4 minutes on the clock. You better start yapping.
What is good, my people? We're going to start up in San Francisco. Gabe Kapler's Giants. You know what they did? They swept Kelsey Wingert's Rockies. Oh my goodness, the Giants are getting healthy. It went 8-5, 9-2, 7-1 Giants. The Giants hit, they pitched, they did everything. The Rockies on a little bit of a slide there. Rodon, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs with 12 freaking Ks in game 1. Dubon was kind of all the offense there for the Giants. 3 hits with a 2-run homer. I think he had a double as well. The second game, Wood goes 5 1/3 with only 1 unearned run. So another just absolutely great pitching performance for the Giants. And then Cobb does it again in game 3, 5 1/3, 1 earned run. I think the story really was, like I said, Giants are getting healthy. Longoria returns from the IL. They got Wade back a week ago. They got Belt back on Saturday, I believe. So here we go. The Giants are healthy. That's what Gabe was telling me when we saw them. They sweep the Rockies, and they're keeping pace with those bad boys up at the top of the NL West, the Dodgers and the Padres. Speaking of the Dodgers, what is you doing, baby? They go into Pittsburgh and they lose the series. The Pirates take 2 of 3 from them. 5-1 Pirates in game 1 before the Dodgers came alive. In second game, won 11-1. Then it was 5-3 Pirates in the rubber match. The story of game 1 was Quintana. He went 6 shutty innings. He's the first Pirates starting pitcher to record a win. They've been doing some funny stuff there, not letting their guys go super deep into games, but Quintana gets the win there. And you know what, Jack Sawinski, congrats to you on your first career home run. Game 2, Gonsolin, my guy, Catterday, 5 shutty innings. I told you he was going to be good. Justin Turner got hot in that game. And then the Pirates take the rubber match. I want to talk a little bit about a Dodgers pitcher once we get past all this. Pepio got a changeup that looked really nasty. Our guy Vogelbach hit the go-ahead home run in the 7th inning of that one. Pirates take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers. Moving on, the Mets went up into the nation's capital, and they took 2 of 3 from the Nationals because, of course, they did. They're a very good team. 4-2 Mets, 8-3 Nationals, 4-1 Mets. In game 1, Cookie, 6 2/3, 2 earned runs. Patrick Corbin, though, matched it with the 5 shutout innings, but McNeil had the game-tying double, and Davis had the go-ahead sac fly in the 6th. Game 2, McGill, Jolly's guy, 1 1/3 with 8 earned runs. My goodness, is he becoming a pumpkin? Probably not. He's really good. Soto had 2-run home run in the first. Cruz had a 3-run home run in the second. That's kind of how the Nationals are going to have to do it. Walker in game 3, 7 shutout innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 K. Kana got it going a little bit. Mets take 2 of 3 from the Nationals. Down south, Southern California, near Mexico. That's where the Padres play. The Cubs went and visited, and they took 2 of 3 from the father. 6-0 Cubs behind a great performance by Kyle Hendricks in game 1. Padres win 5-4 game 2 before the Cubs won the rubber match 7-5. I mentioned Hendricks doing it in game 1. Our guy Ian Happ, RBI single in the 4th, RBI double in the 8th. He's going to be a $100 million player. Ian Happ, we love you here, buddy. Game 2 featured Clevenger and Wade Miley. They pitched okay. Machado had the go-ahead RBI double in the 6th. Voit hits his first 2 home runs as a Padre in game 3, but they lose that one. Cubs take 2 of 3 from the Padres at home. And moving on, we go Brewers at Reds. And Brewers, what is you doing, baby? Reds take 2 of 3 from them. 10-5 Reds, 5-4 Brewers. But before that last crazy game, it was 14-11 Reds. We'll talk about Yelich and what he's been doing. Woodruff, tough start for him in game 1. Peralta comes back with a good start in game 2 for the Brewers. Before Hauser kind of has a iffy start in game 3, and there was a lot of runs scored there. Reds take 2 of 3. And the last series, the Marlins at Jake Snakes. Jake Snakes take 2 of 3 from them. 4-3 D-backs, 9-3 D-backs before the Marlins won the last game 11-3. My time is running out, and we'll go into the games a little bit longer, and that is what happened in the NL. It does exist.
Fantastic.
I can't hear the music still, but I have my timer on.
You're right on it. You nailed it.
Great job.
Why can't I hear the music?
Because Zoom decides that it's going to just only tell you yourself if you're talking.
Okay.
So
Cronpod?
Well, I'll let you know the standings did not shake up that much from Monday. The Mets remain in first place. They were 6 games back. They're now 6 games up. Now they're 6.5 in the East. Milwaukee remains in first place in the Central. On Monday, last we recorded, they were 2 games up. They're now 2.5. So the Mets and the Brewers gain half a game in the standings. The Dodgers remain in first place in the West. They were a game and a half up. They're now a game up as the Padres make up half a game. The Giants stay in third place, but they were 3 games back. And with their sweep, they're a game and a half back. So that West is looking fun with all 3 of the top teams with 600 or above winning percentage. So the Dodgers did lose, which is an interesting one. We can go in chronological order if you would like. The first series you talked about was the Giants and the Rockies. My big note here is that the Rockies' home and road schedule looks now about how we're used to it looking. They are 11-5 at home, 5-10 on the road. And that's kind of what we've come to know of recent Rockies teams, or not even recent, but that sweep, they were kind of like balancing out for the year. It wasn't as drastic as it usually is. And now we're like, oh, yep, that makes sense. So.
Yeah. And like I pointed to, I think this is what the Giants have been waiting for. I know Rockies coming to town, they had a decent record. I think they were sitting right around 500, a little bit above 500 coming into town. But I think the Giants know they're a better team than them, especially when they're healthy. They got their guys back, and they're starting to roll a little bit right now. So Rockies offense didn't show up at all. I don't know if that's because of just the pitching or because, we don't expect them to lead the league in hitting going forward. Connor Joe did continue to with 6 hits in the series. So he's still going strong, but Giants showed up and I think did what we kind of expect them to do going forward against the Rockies. Definitely winning a series, sweeping is much better.
see if this gets the Giants full-blown going. And, yeah, the top 4 in the NL West are tough now with the Rockies dropping to that final spot. And, yeah, I don't know. Again, a lot of this comes down to some simple equations. The Giants were a little banged up. I mean, they had a lot of guy, whether it was, Jock got banged up for like a week. He's back now. Evan Longoria, our guy, Trev's guy, came to the Arizona house. Most money in the bank account, we think. So he comes back this weekend. Lamont Wade Jr.'s back. So, yeah, the Giants are rolling. Their offense has been, I don't know if sneaky good is the right word, but they're second in on-base percentage, 7th in batting average, top 10 in like everything, home runs, stolen bases. So they're being the Giants on offense. They hit you different ways, and kind of their pitching's the same stuff. Rodon has been one of, if not like the best pitcher in baseball. Their bullpen's got the funk out there. So, yeah, we'll see. They run into St. Louis this weekend, and they go at Colorado. So we'll find out if that Rockies home cooking comes back for them. But G-Men, 19-12.
Cobb and Rodon they're 2 additions, and Cobb I think he had a really weird start. I forget he only went he didn't get out of the first inning. It was like a lot of unearned runs and stuff, but 2 good in a row for him. It's interesting to look at that, no Webb. And I'm like, well, Rodon and Cobb's looking like a completely new pitcher. He throws like 5 miles per hour harder.
Yes.
So
Webb goes tonight against the Cardinals. That'll be a fun series this weekend. One thing Gabe did mention, he said, it's not about having those starters back and putting them in the starting lineup. It's about having our depth of our bench back. He likes to be able to mix and match, play the platoon splits, do all that stuff. And he believes that was paramount to their success last year, being able to have guys in there when you need them to step up. And, guys did step up for them. Like Thairo Estrada stepped up a little bit. But having his full bench back, he seems really happy and, got this week.
Remember that stat I gave in like the PPPs, as the Giants pinch hitting last year, or like their bench players it was unbelievable how much more production they got. So
Who was that? Was it Wade and Donnie Barrels? Were those the 2 guys last year? I think it was.
I believe the stat I read was that they led the league in pinch hit homers and RBIs. Their actual average and on base wasn't good, but they just like drag and dropped the homers, and it was pretty spread out. It was like 6 different guys all, there was probably 2 big ones, but I forget fully what it was.
We need to take a look. It seems like there's been more pinch hitting going on throughout the league in this DH world we have now. Like in the American League last year, I don't remember a lot of pinch hitting going on, but it seems like more and more teams are utilizing the pinch hit situation now.
I think as teams fully punt on any production from the catcher and that becomes a pinch hit spot, you're seeing that more. And then with the dead end balls, you're kind of seeing more small ball around in the AL than we're used to. But I don't know the stats. It feels like that, Trev. I don't know. Someone could tell us the stats and we're wrong.
Yeah, I'd say pinch hitting probably in general is down a little bit, but that's because there was a league that had pitchers hitting, so they were always getting pinch hit for. So I think what you're probably seeing is more strategic pinch hitting, which is kind of the goal of pitch hitting, in like moments where you would use it and you have a matchup and you could take advantage. So that's that probably ties into why the DH is good.
Let's move on. Dodgers going to Pittsburgh.
Whoops.
Happy for Pittsburgh, but I'm also pissed at them because they sent our guy Cole Tucker down. I talked to him last night. Not an easy situation to be in as a player, but he'll be okay. Some interesting notes here that I thought of a little bit. I know the Dodgers lost 2 or 3 here, but like a guy they needed to get going kind of got going, Justin Turner, which is a bright spot for them. I just saw in the chat, our guy Jack Sawinski of the Pirates hit his first career homer in game 2. I guess he hit another one. So first two career homers against the Giants or the Dodgers. It's a nice way to start your career off, right?
Ain't bad.
Nice one to have.
The bullpen did the Dodgers in, it seems like. I mean, Urias gave up 11 hits, but only 2 earned runs. But the starters that we're looking at for the Dodgers didn't do bad. So, again, NL didn't exist for me. I'm looking now. Bickford and Erland gave up 3 earned runs in game 1 out of the Dodgers pen.
There's some good at bats. There's some good at bats by the Pirates. You have to give them credit. They use that right center field alley there in Pittsburgh, which really, you can drop some extra base hits into there.
Game 3, Canely, Hudson, and Gratterall combined for 5 earned runs. So yeah, Dodgers bullpen. Come on, guys.
And you only scored 1 run in game 1.
What's that?
They only scored 1 run in game 1. So
I was just saying the pitching because the starters line looked good.
Yeah, overall the offense during the series not great for the Dodgers, but like if you're seeing Justin Turner have the kind of at bats that he had, you got to be happy as a Dodgers fan, knowing that this is just one series and you're going to be fine. You'd rather just get some guys going like Turner. I think they would have traded that in a heartbeat and said, hey, if you guys go lose 2 out of 3 to the Pirates, but you get Turner going, I think they would say, sure, we'll do that. Pepio, spot start for the Dodgers. He actually got sent down already, but this dude's changeup. I think there's like more changeups being thrown in the league too, which I love. I always said that as a right-handed hitter, a guy that had a right-handed changeup on a right-handed hitter is such a good pitch. It's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous pitch. If you miss up, you can hit that ball a long way. But if you can throw it out of the same arm angle and kind of have some arm side run to it, down and in, it's a very good pitch. And that's what this guy's changeup looks like. Eric Gagne, like a left-handed slider. So that's something to look out for. Like the Dodgers need any freaking more help. He did walk 5 guys, but got out of it. 3 shutout innings in his debut. Pretty much it for that series.
Yeah, the Mets and the Nationals. The Nationals, they actually get hitting out of their 3 guys. They get Cruz, Bell, and Soto all hit, all get homers and RBIs and have a ton of hits. But I think they got to McGill, right? We were at the Rangers game. Go Rangers!
8 earned runs, yeah.
And the hub in the seats behind us was that McGill got rocked. So on the flip side, Taijuan Walker got rocked his last start. So really good to see him have a bounce back start. And Cookie Carrasco's just, I think, been pretty good all year. Every time I look up, it's like has a solid game log. I think he also got rocked once. So maybe the Mets pitchers, here's a theory, are just taking a turn, giving up 8 earned runs and then being good. I think now Cookie gave up 8. Taijuan gave up 7 and McGill just gave up 8. So they're just like, let's all just have 1 blow up each, get it out of the way, and then move on. Smart by the Mets.
It's not about that, it's not about that ERA. Blow it up. Taijuan Walker, there was a couple fun plays in that game. The double play where the ball looked like a snowball fight over the field. And Mets pen, they get credit too. Only 1 run in 11 innings. Mets are a wagon.
Somebody on our show this morning said, do you think they're going to trade for a bat, to fill up that DH spot that, a lot of, I think it's JD Davis and Dom Smith have kind of been in there and they haven't got going yet. I don't think they're going to do anything like that. I think they like their team that they have right now. And they're going to continue to use the DH as kind of like a rest day and mix and matching and doing all that because they're firing. Like there is no reason for them to go and do anything right now. I wouldn't put it past Uncle Stevie to go try to better their club because he's a psycho, but.
Well, they have to do something. I think just for like morale at the deadline, like just the clubhouse feels better when you go do something. But I was thinking today, we haven't seen a trade yet. Usually there's usually 1 or 2 May trades that are like small, but you get kind of, oh, wow, someone's trading already. We haven't had that yet, right?
We got to train our brains a little bit. This would be like May 2nd.
Okay.
Like we're a month in. So I love it. Especially when we talk about our Yanks, Yankee fans are already talking postseason rosters and stuff like that. We still got a whole lot of baseball to go through that I bet at the Mets at the deadline need something, whether it's more pitching or a couple guys went down on the offensive side. But I love it, Mets fans. It's a dreamy time to be in New York.
Where's Nelson Cruz going to be hitting? Where's Nelson Cruz going to be hitting in August?
Mets.
Twins. Back to the Twins.
Well, we heard rumors the Padres wanted him last year, so you never know. Maybe they ring that same bell. He'll be somewhere. Yeah. Speaking of trades, I think that brings us into the next series, Cubs and Padres. Since I just said Padres, but also Ian Happ. He's got this year and the next year, and like you said, Trev, he's looking great. The Cubs win this series. But I don't know. I got my guy Happer. If he doesn't want to be traded, maybe I'll stop telling him. I'll text him. Are you interested in it? because you can add a lot of value, man. So the Cubs do pick up 2 against the Padres. But the Padres get Voit back. They get Clev back again. I don't know. And the Dodgers lose, so I don't think it's that bad for the Padres.
Sure, they'd like to win these games. I mean, you went up against a buzzsaw in game 1, and sometimes that'll just happen. Hendricks will just pull a gem like that, man, and just absolutely dominate like he did. Like I said, 8 2/3 shutout innings with the 7 Ks, only 3 hits and only 1 walk. You just run into that sometimes. About Ian Happ, let him be where he's comfortable. I want this guy to just be like, he needs a moat. He'll have a moat soon.
Sure.
You guys can be moat friends and talk about the alligators.
Banks may need a left fielder, though. So I'm not against it.
Yeah.
Heard he's got some investments in St. Lucia. I don't know, Hap. Like, I could John Boy Media St. Lucia. We'll figure something out. Figure something out. Figure it out, Padres. You lost a series. Bounce back. NL West. Snakes are on your ass.
Hey, what's this? At the bottom, it says Padres will reportedly sign Robinson Cano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's happening?
That came out yesterday.
So that would be the only thing to the Nelson Cruz thing there if Robbie finds a home.
Yeah.
But
we were in warehouse time
I don't
yesterday.
mind that move. I feel like it fits. Like, in that clubhouse, all they want to do is win games. A lot of alphas there. Like, he kind of fits in that clubhouse. Like, they don't care that he got popped twice now, right? It's twice with Robbie Cano.
Yeah,
I think he could actually help that team.
Well,
so we'll see how it goes.
We may have thought that about the Mets too. He was pretty brutal, so he's got a hit.
Got a hit. Change of atmosphere might be good for him. I think that's a different type of clubhouse going from the Mets, where it's like, and I don't know, I'm not in the clubhouse, but outside perspective looking in, it's a little more feisty and tense, and like you got Scherzer and Alonso and, even little McNeil, I think, beats up everybody in that clubhouse. That's how I feel about it. You go over to the Padres, it's a little more fun, a little more like show, if you will, and kind of just like they're taking Polaroids after the games, they're dancing, they're playing with the UFC dude, Patty. Like, I think that maybe he'll find a little bit more joyous energy here.
Winning's fun.
Yeah, winning's fun everywhere. I mean, I'm not saying the Mets have a bad clubhouse. I think it's a different vibe than the Padres.
How about this?
Everyone says the Mets clubhouse is amazing.
The Pirates win a series against the Dodgers. The Cubs win a series against the Padres, and the Reds win a series against the Brewers.
NL Central fights back, baby. Let's go.
It's just a reverse week.
Yeah, there were some blowups by the pitchers with the Brewers. I mean, I guess you got to give credit to the Reds offense for showing up there. Woodruff, tough start there, 4 1/3. He gives up the 5 earnings. We did get to see Castillo come in, which was kind of cool. Made his debut. I think I saw him striking out Yelich in one of the highlights that I watched.
Rude.
Weird kind of game there. The last game, it looked like the Brew Crew was going to go and snatch that one, and then the Reds just kept hitting. They just kept going. They didn't stop. So, little faulty series by the Brew Crew pitching. I don't think they're too worried about it. The Reds, maybe they're feeling themselves a little bit. They got a little bit of momentum here, but I think, Jake, you're probably going to slap them a little bit and say, no.
Opposite of that, actually. Since Poopgate, they are 5-2, and they've won their last 2 series. So, we talk about managers and motivating of men and things like that. I think we found it in Cincinnati. If you boys don't turn it around, there's going to be poop around you. And that's changed the tone of their season.
Yes.
I like that take.
Changed their season.
Maybe it was one of the players that was saying it.
Shout out Brandon Drury for finding the home and kind of doing it. He's been searching for quite some time, and
I gave out
the look of a good ball player.
I gave out like 3 awards last week, and I had 4. I don't think I said it. I had a Brandon Drury award because I was going to say the amongst shit award, which is the whole poop theme. But yeah, big credit to Brandon Drury. I mean, that team cannot be a fun time right now. And he's a guy that's, a DFA candidate or like a make or break candidate. It get bounced around, and he's taking advantage of the opportunity, even if the team isn't winning or the vibes aren't great. Drury's having himself a great start to the season. So good for him.
Trade candidate. Who needs him? Yeah, he had a nice homer in the first game. We'll talk about Yelich and kind of what he did a little bit later for sure. But you got to give Reds credit. They just hit and kept battling back, and that's not easy when you're on a team that was at 1.3 and 20. So go Reds, go! Am I on the Reds train now? Maybe choo choo, baby.
Choo choo, baby.
Big fan of poop. Jake, you got anything on Reds Brewers, or you want to switch to your D-backs?
You guys hit all of it. I put my Manalytics in there. Yeah, Brandon Drury got a couple awards on this show in the past. Was good for the Mets last year. Sneaky. 51 games, 783 OPS. My Snakes, I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. Like you guys always think I'm joking with
You're always joking.
My jokes and my silly outfits and all this, that, and the other. Our Snakes, we're playing a good brand of baseball. Take the first 2 games against the Fish after taking care of them last. Alec Thomas, Trev's guy. Trev, you own some of his cards yet? What's the deal? He hits his first ding-dong. We're playing a really good brand of baseball.
I do have some Alec Thomas rookie cards. Who was the other guy I told you? You guys were surprised. It was a football player. Oh, Ben DiNucci.
Yeah.
Got a lot of his rookie cards. More on that later.
Yeah. Yes.
On the Marlins side of things, they're now like losing a bunch, no?
Dude, look at the NL East standings. It feels like deja vu all over again. Like it's
the NL East only has 1 team above 500, and the NL West has every team above 500. It's pretty weird to look at. And the Mets are just distancing themselves. I mean, the Mets are up 6 games in the loss column in their division on what would be May 2nd, like Jake said.
Yeah. And this was almost a sweep for the D-backs. Marlins came and just went gangbusters in the 9th. They scored 8 runs in the 9th of game 3 to take the lead. Stallings, who does he get any credit like in Miami for like what the pitchers can do? Like I know he was a Gold Glover, right? But nobody talks about him.
Gets tricky because he came over this year, and a lot of those pitchers already had some street cred. So, I mean, developing story, but I think people are so over the Fish, and they just want to talk about America's team, the Diamondbacks. Haven't lost this series in their last 4, 9-3 in their last 12. Anyway, you chop it up. This team's different. Dalton Varsho lies about his height.
Very athletic manager in that 8-run 9th inning for the Marlins. Stallings the go-ahead single. Chisholm and Garcia both 3-run Jimmy Jacks. Gotta love that.
Huge Cubs Snakes series coming out for the teams that think they're getting, or will the Cubs think they're getting hot, or will the Snakes continue to be dominant?
Are the Snakes looking like this is great? We're gonna trade everybody that's doing well.
What? Cubs are still 8
I want
games.
you to be serious about this, Jake.
Cubs
like,
are
is
still
Bumgarner going to be out of there? Like, is someone is he going to go back to San Fran? Like, what is he going to go somewhere?
Trev, this is 100% not a joke. The Diamondbacks never thought they were rebuilding. That's why they signed Mad Bum. That's why they made moves. Let's be honest, it's a funky organization, and it's kind of why we're attracted to each other. We're kind of Vince Vaughn and the daughter. The sister and me in Wedding Crashers. Like, we're both a little fucked up.
Who's who?
Both a little fucked up.
You're
they're
definitely
Vince
the
Vaughn.
woman.
They're Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
That's very clear. Not a virgin.
I will be at one of the games. The
Yes.
Snakes are coming to Dodger Stadium.
Is
I'll
Teddy
be
going to wear his Snakes gear?
Of course he is.
Okay.
Either Monday or Tuesday, I'll be at the game. So Snakes fans, I'll be rooting for you. No
See
doubt.
Trev there, pants him.
Yeah.
No, not if he's with his son. But if it's like a solo bathroom trip for you, Trev, you're free game.
That won't happen, but okay.
Okay.
You go to the bathroom, Dad. I want to watch the game.
We play for rings in the valley. They play for rings in the desert. We're a Diamondbacks company. Everybody knows that. It's a retool, not a rebuild. Thank you, Daniel Ramos, in the fucking chat.
Not even a retool. They've just been going for it. Mad Bum 6.12. Yeah, Mad Bum is having a good year, after the show where the whole world, there was a disagreement on a field and the entire baseball world was on Mad Bum's side. That's rare.
totally rare. I
And
think
he's having a fantastic season so far. So good for him.
the Snakes are like that one guy that's he's like on Twitter, social media. He shoots the basketball and misses completely, but like acts like he's really good. Like
Swaggy
throwing
P.
him up there.
Swaggy P is his name.
Well, no, that's a real player. This guy's not a real player, but that's the Snakes going for it every year, just tossing it up. Raindrops, baby.
It's like Brent Strom should have got an award last episode. Oh, he did. Like, come on, guys.
I mean, they lucked into that. Brent Strom's like, hey, I'm retiring in Arizona. You want me to do your pitching coach a little bit?
That's what it's all about. You create your own luck, man.
I believe it. Let's go to the AL, Jake. Is the AL brought to us by anyone?
The American League is brought to us by Trev. Shady Rays. I just put on my Shady Rays. I go from a 4.5 to a hard 5.5 when I put on my Shady Rays. And grade me on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you think my looks look like? Shady Rays, they give you every pair, Trev, backed by their lost and broken replacements. If you screw up, which a lot of people do with their Sunnies, Shady Rays will take care of you. If you lose or break a pair, even on day one, they will send you a new pair. It's like the best offer in the biz. And reminder, and most importantly, look at me right now. I look like Yankees minor league coordinator Jake Storielli, just bossing people around the field with this shirt.
Do you have a watch on?
These Shady Rays. Stopwatch. Yeah. Timing things. Everything. That's what it is. And we drive this home with you guys because we love you. They are giving you the real deals. ShadyRays.com. Code Talkin. 50% off. 2+ pairs of premium polarized shades. You're going to wear 2 pairs of sunnies this summer. Go to Shady Rays. Pick out 2, 3, 4, 5, however many you want. Code Talkin' and you'll get 50% off. That's about half, people.
I can't wait. We've been to some baseball games so far, Jake, this season, but we have not been to a game where it's so bright and warm out that I need to wear sunglasses and I have a little gummy and I count male pattern baldness in front of me and I just watch some baseball. And that was like my favorite thing about last season. So I just can't wait. Thanks, Shady Rays, for making that possible.
Thanks, Ray.
Better than the $5 sunglasses Jake and I got at the vendor outside of Yankee Stadium. That were the darkest sunglasses. It was basically a prank.
Yeah.
You put them on and you're blind. And I wore them all season. It was tough to see. Let's go to the AL. Zach, hit me with that baseball boogie. Starting off in the AL, the Rays went to Los Angeles. No, they went to Anaheim to play the Angels, and they lost game 1. Syndergaard pitched well. The Rays did not pitch well. The names that you know, the 1, 2, 3, Marsh, Trout, and Ohtani combined for 7 hits in their 12 at-bats, 8 RBIs, and 8 runs. Angels blow them out in game 1. In game 2, they blew them out again, and they kept him to no hits. Reed Detmers, in his 11th career start, tosses the no-hitter, allows 1 walk and 1 error, gets the walk into a double play, I believe. So good job by him. No-hitter alert. The Angels are fun. They are a team that you put on your I need to tune in if my team's not playing list and do it fast. The Rays do salvage it. They don't get swept. They win game 3 in 10 innings. McClanahan versus Ohtani. Good pitching duel. But the Rays come out ahead there. The Yankees played the Blue Jays for a quick 2-game set. The Yankees won game 1, 6-5. In a weird, bizarre game where Judge hits a walk-off. Blue Jays get ejected for no reason. It felt intense. It was actually a really good game. Because the first batter hit a walk-off. First batter hit a home run. The last batter hit a home run. There was ejections in the middle. There was a play at the plate. It was like a classic, everything you'd want in a game. So good job by the Yankees and Blue Jays for putting on a show. Yankees win game 2. Taillon versus Rios. And Gleyber Torres has 5 RBIs for the Yankees as they continue to roll. Best record in baseball. But the biggest winning streak in baseball belongs to the Houston Astros as they sweep Trevor's Twins. They have now won 10 games in a row, and they've won 15 out of their last 17. The Astros are hot, and it is being completely carried, in my opinion, by their pitching because the starters, since they've went to this 6-man rotation, have given them a good start every game. The only reason they have a half start here is because it got suspended. They have to finish it the next day. But the Astros starting pitchers, 0.56 ERA. Their relief pitchers were even just as good, 0.82 ERA. Twins get beat. The Astros win. Verlander dances with a no-hitter himself. Some injury news for both teams. Pena goes on. Well, no, he didn't go on the IL yet, but he's got knee discomfort. Cora goes on the IL, as does Haddock for the Twins. So that'll change some stuff. The Guardians and the White Sox, they split like a 2-game set because game 3 got postponed for COVID because the Guardians, the first game, the Guardians win 12-9. You've seen the highlights from this. Naylor went absolutely crazy. Game-tying grand slam in the 9th. Go-ahead 3-run home run in the 11th. You guys fucking feed him. Giolito, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run in game 2 as the White Sox maintain and split what ends up being 2 games. Tigers and the Athletics played 5 games. It's had to be one of those weird ones where they filled in an off day because of the start of the season. 5 games set between the two, and the A's won 4 of them. I know Jake talked about the Tigers yesterday. Like, what's going on, guys? You didn't think you were this bad, did you? And yeah, that should be like a 3-2 Tigers series if you're going by like the math. But good for the A's for winning. They shut them out twice. They scored 9 runs once. 5 games, so I can't really get into too many of the nitty-gritty details. The Rangers, they took 2 out of 3 from the Royals. Hearn had a really good start in game 3, so I'm happy for our dude. 5 shutout innings for Hearn. Also, the other Ranger starters did really good as well. Perez, 1 earned run, and I believe Spear, 2 shutout innings in an opener situation. Good job by the Rangers. Essentials. What's going on there? That's all. That's the whole thing. There's not that many. Where was I on time?
Can't hear. I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah, can't hear it at all.
You did it. You did great.
All right, as for the standings in these leagues, Yankees now have a 4.5 game lead on the Rays. They're in first place. The Blue Jays dropped to 6.5 games back. Yankees have the best record in the division, the league, and the division league in the league. Yeah. Twins, they stay in first place even though they got swept. White Sox and Guardians are both 2 games out. They're both 15-15. Twins, the only winning team in the Central. And the Astros, they jumped to first place in the West. They've won 10 in a row. They are 1 game up on the Angels in the loss column, half game up in the standings. And there's starting to be some separation between the two of them and then the Mariners and the Rangers. That's how the standings play out. Jake, do you want to lead us off?
Where to, Jimmy? You're AL.
Angels. The Angels are the story. They have a no-hitter. Ohtani, they lose game 3, but Ward has a pinch hit, 2-run go-ahead shot. Rendon hits a home run lefty. You didn't even know, Jake's always joking. Yeah. Rendon is always sleeping, and he's having fun out there. He also made a nice catch in the no-hitter, kind of like the only ball that it's a simple catch. He jumped up and got it. It was like the hardest hit ball in the no-hitter that he snags. But yeah, the Angels are a fun team with the bats, with the running, with the pitching. It's
everything.
Trev, you got to see him live, right?
Yeah, Trev, you were there? We saw game 3. C Rose and I went there. It was a tough game for the Rays, and they've had a tough series. They had a 10-game road trip. That was their last game. They're heading back to Tampa. They're getting the win. McClanahan looked freaking filthy. I think they're up 2-0. And then Taylor Ward comes off the bench, game-tying homer. And the Rays, all they can think about is, well, that just extended our travel day a little bit longer. I don't know what time they got in, but they probably didn't get in until like 5 a.m. East Coast time. They did have an off day the next day, but that's one thing they mentioned. We talked to a few of the guys, like, man, we can't wait to get home, especially after taking the pounding they did. The Angels are those first 2 games to them, and I know they lost the last game, but like it's to come back. I know they lost in the 10th inning, but to come back on that game, it almost feels like a victory for them because like you can say, look, we can come back. Like Taylor Ward pinch hitting there and hitting a homer. I think it was a 2-strike pitch. More confidence for that guy. Like this is a team that is playing with confidence as they should be. Now, people are going to hate this. Jake, you're on the Angels. You love them. James and I were not on the Angels preseason. We've had to eat our words a little bit here, but it is still May 13th. The Astros have won 10 games in a row to keep pace with them. Is this going to be like a Giants-Dodgers situation where it's like eventually the Astros, whether it's in the postseason or whether it's towards the end of the season, they're finally going to catch them?
Houston, you can't say at this point with Houston, you can't say no until it doesn't happen. I was drinking the Angels Kool-Aid before the season. I was buying into the high-end talent. I was buying into enough pitching, and so far the formula's worked. And like you're right, it's 1 month. It's basically 1 month. I mean, it's a little over that now, but they're just playing a fun brand of baseball. And I guess for the elite teams, the Houstons, the Yankees, the Angels, so far this season, it's when adversity is going to hit these teams. At what point this season is one of the big boys going to go down? Are you going to lose Trouter for 2 weeks? And then what does that look like? Because right now, I mean, the formula is awesome. Look who comes up in the first inning for the Angels. It's insane. And they're pitching more than enough to get there. We thought this Tampa visit might be a little bit of a test. I think kind of like you're saying, end of a 10-game West Coast trip. I don't know if you're getting full steam from Tampa. And they rolled them in the first 2 games, which, hey, keep winning series and keep those big boys hitting at the top of that lineup going, because that's going to be enough to carry you at least into the playoffs. I think injuries, trade deadline, all of that will end up dictating who will win the West. But you don't just bet against the Astros until they get proven not to.
Staying on the Rays and the Angels, I said everything about the Angels. I think they're fun. I think they have staying power. I think the Astros are still the team to beat, and talk about them at a later time. But I like the Angels. I think they're going to be in the mix for the season. I don't think it's going to be like a crazy fall. Guys they brought in, it's looking good. The Rays, on the other hand, a team that I have been on record of being perpetually scared of and saying, like, I never count them out. Trev, I also believe in record against good teams. And the Rays have won 2 games against teams over 500. That's win against the Angels and 1 game against the Twins. They are like 2-8 or something like that. The Rays, and they haven't played anyone in the AL East yet. 3 games against the Orioles, 3 games against the Red Sox. They haven't played Toronto yet. They haven't played the Yankees yet. I'm hand up. I don't like the Rays. I'm scared of them. I don't like them. And I also respect very much that they're going to be good at the end of the day. And the Yankees we don't see them for a while. I'm super interested in what this Rays team is.
I mean, they're still 19 and 13. Like, they just get it done. And I think that's how we feel that's how I feel almost every single year with the Rays. It's like, is it going to happen again? They're going to continue to do this. I talked to Cash before the game, game 3. I was like, you guys do anything different? Or the same old story? There's like, same old story, bro. Like, not much has changed in the way they approach games, the way they do things pregame. They're the Rays going Ray, baby. And so I think they'll be just fine. Every time you look at their roster or their lineup, you're like, huh? But they find ways to exploit platoons, and they just get it done. But the Angels, they took care of business. I do have a little bit of fear with the Angels starting pitching. I don't know if it's going to be this good all year long. And that will be the one thing that would maybe bring him down in the race. But it's looking like, James, this is going to be the team that you and I are going to have to eat our words on. And you know what?
That's
I'm
fine because
fine
they're
with
being
that.
so
I'm
they're
fine
they're
with
being
that.
so fun. Yeah, like it's.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing it.
Squid looks great out there. Made a bunch of fucking plays. Like,
Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice to be able to shore up like your middle infield, and they don't need offense out of him. Just go field the ball, dude.
I'm on record. If Velasquez gets 125 games at shortstop, I think that kid wins a Gold Glove out there. It's special.
Good.
I mean, he was getting parsed out playing time, Baltimore, New York, everywhere he's hopped around, and he was still being special, and that was without getting like the regular reps. You need
the Wards and the Marsh and the Otani and the Trout to be carrying the offense because he's not giving them much with the stick.
Oh, nothing. I'm not even talking about that. I just how special that kid is defensive
to get the 120 games. I'm saying.
Yeah.
He looks really good. And I think Madden's the kind of manager that would just let him run out there. If you're playing solid middle infield defense,
yeah. If the other guys are hitting and they're winning, absolutely.
It's going to be like the future of baseball, especially when we start banning shifts, truly measuring how much a defensive shortstop with a 500 OPS, but if they're special, what kind of value does that bring? So that'll be future of baseball in a couple years, but we're having fun in Anaheim. And yeah, the Rays, you hit every point. It's okay, are they 19-13? They got their brutal West Coast trip done for the season, and they're not fully clicking yet? Or
they had a good West Coast trip. That's the best part of their season.
Or are these Rays, a tick down from Rays of past years, which I talked myself in before the season? I'm interested to see their numbers-wise. They're not lighting anything up except stolen bases. First in stolen bases in baseball. So Rays going to raise a little bit.
Yeah. 7-3 West Coast trip is really good.
It's nuts.
Really amazing.
And by the way, McClanahan, I think, did he just miss out on awards this episode? Not to give too much away. No, you might hear about it later.
About him.
Yeah, we got to keep rolling. Yankees and the Blue Jays. It's only 2 games, so let's not spend too much time on it. Yankees are rolling right now. They're getting pitching. The bullpen works, and then Judge timely hitting, big 3-run home run. Judge is looking the best I've seen him look, and Glaber's the story with the clutch hitting. On the Blue Jays side of things, not much went wrong. Romano blew the save. He looked like he was having a very off night. But Blue Jays fans, when I was trying to sing Romano's praises, Blue Jays fans were in the chat saying, hold your breath a little. He has actually gotten lucky. So maybe that's what they're talking about.
And wasn't his fastball down like 2-3 miles per hour?
Fastball was down like 3 miles per hour, and the slider was just being hung. And then Barrios gets. I didn't even realize it was Barrios pitching when I was watching that game. I kind of like lost. I at the end, Jake and I were recapping. I was like, wait, that was Barrios? Like I didn't even like put it together. But I've been trying to tell Trev, as a Yankee fan, I've never been scared of the guy. I respect him against other teams, but it just seems like this happens every 3 starts where the Yankees just fucking blow him up.
Well, he hasn't had a good year to start the year, and a lot of people have asked me, hey, can you fix Barrios? Can you fix Barrios? I haven't looked at a lot of tape on him. Here's what I do know about him when he struggles. He'll leave pitches over the plate. And you can eliminate some pitches sometimes on him. If he's not having, his slider working or his slurve working, then you could just kind of sit on his fastball and that'll run over the plate sometimes. He can allow some big hits. Let me go look at the tape, get back to you Blue Jays fans, see if I can fix the guy because he's definitely someone they need right now. 2 games above 500. I think they're 2-7 in the last 9, 3-7 last 10. If you want to go back to the 10, I think it's a little bump in the road for the Blue Jays. I think this is a team that's 100% going to be there at the end of the season. Just a bad run of games for them. And the Yankees are hot. Fucking Yankees are hot. If they win, if Judge doesn't hit that homer, it could be different the next day. That's a momentum changing swing right there. And that place was fucking going nuts, dude. And Joe's McFly, by the way, an article in the fucking New Yorker went nuts. Classic reaction from Joe's, the Exorcist reaction.
The year of Joe's.
The Yankee fans like to watch the Yankees is what I'd say. The Yankees numbers, everything lines up. The feels are awesome. I think it's like 16-2 in their last 18 now. Times are good that you've got me. I mean, my shorts are ridiculous. Yankee shorts right now. Shout out Tom Ace. Like it's peacock time for Yankee fans. Peacock
time for Astros fans too. Yeah. 10 in a row. They sweep the Twins. They jump back to first place. I know they're getting some awards or some standouts later in the episode, and we're running a little long. So I think we just say they're really good. On the Twins side of things, Trev, do you have anything that the people should know?
Correa, we talked about. He's just trying to. I think they need some help on the bench. They wasn't on the IL originally, so he's gonna just take the last couple of days of that off. You can retroact it, so he's trying to come back on the minimum time. The Twins starting pitching hasn't been what it was, and I think that's kind of expected. If you look around, the Twins Twitter sphere, that's kind of what they're saying. It's like, look, we had a good run there. We couldn't expect it to last that long, and it's kind of just hasn't taken a nosedive, but the starters haven't been what they needed to be as of late. Still in first place. White Sox coming, kind of looking like it's going to be a 2-team race there if the Twins can continue. But honestly, it wouldn't shock me if the White Sox just kind of ran away with the thing towards the end of the year as they get healthy as well.
I don't know. They're an odd watch right now.
They are an odd watch right now.
They play the Guardians, 2-game set. Jake, Naylor, you love him?
Barely know her. He's in intensity, passion. I mean, it's what I like in sports. It's what I like in lovemaking. It's what I like in music. Like if you ask me some of my favorite songs, they end up with like people screaming and like crying because I'm like, yeah, I like that. That's emotion. I know nothing about music. Yeah, I mean, what Naylor did, you might even hear more about him a little later. But and man, Cleveland hitting, they're still going. We call them that pitching team, Chris Rose's pitching team, but holy smokes, they're still kind of hitting the hell out of the ball. Naylor's putting up a season now. And yeah, White Sox, man. We just got our first taste of them last night. It wasn't too pretty. They do have a laundry list of injuries, but I don't know. I hated the Guardians coming into the season. How about this? I'm kind of rooting for them. Shake it up. Show the big bad White Sox they ain't it. Show the Twins that their pitching's a mess. Like, go nuts, Guardians. You won me back, and damn it, they didn't spend any money. That's why I hated them. So now I'm off them again.
Ugh. But you're on the players. You're off the front office.
Yes.
I'm off the Guardians. I don't think they're going to be around towards the end of the year. I do like some of the players on their team. Obviously, we know what they can do pitching the ball, and they've hit. They've had some guys have really good offensive years so far. The White Sox for me they're 15-15. I played horrible baseball. That's how I feel. And White Sox fans in the chat, tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like they played horrible baseball. They've kicked the ball around a ton. They've had some injuries. They're still 500. How
do you feel? I mean, the bullpen is kind of interesting. They were like, I think you drafted their bullpen or so, they definitely were a bullpen that got sung a lot of praises by everyone. They've lost like 2 of the last 3 games. Like they've lost a lot of games. I think the names that you thought were going to get it done aren't. And then like that game 2 after Giolito, the names that got it done were not who you're expecting. I don't know. So they're an odd watch right now. They obviously still have the talent, and then like Giolito gave you that outing, and even the Kopech in the game that they came back.
Kopech's been incredible.
It's like,
so yeah, I mean,
they're in a mode right now where one facet is going wrong.
Yeah.
And that facet is tanking the game. That's what it feels like for the White Sox. And it's always something different. Defense, not hitting, starting or relieving. So like something's going to tank us today.
I'm not worried about their pitching. I know Hendricks has had a few hiccups there. Joe Kelly made his debut and, got banged around a little bit. But, that's why they went and signed Kendall Graveman, which I still can't believe that, like, he went to the White Sox. This is before they got him before Crochet was out, but they still had Kimbrel at the time as well. Like any other team could have just jumped in. And what did he sign for?
3 for $24, something like that.
3 for $24. Any other team could have went in and taken him, and he's been lights out. I think this White Sox team is going to hit its stride. Like I said, it's been a tough watch. They've treaded water enough, and then we got to get some guys back. Abreu's got to get it going a little bit there, and I'm really looking forward to our boy Lance Lynn. The reports are weirder on him. They think it's going to be another month, but we'll see. I'm still high on them.
Okay. Tigers and Athletics, they play 5 games.
Where were you when the Tigers and Athletics met for a 5-game set? Man, I'll say this, baseball fans, go check out, if you think your team is struggling, go check out some of the Tigers' offensive numbers. It's disgusting. I feel bad. I mean, there's a lot of bona fide MLB studs. They have only one guy with an OPS in the 7s. They're kind of having their own 7-year-old birthday party, Austin Meadows. They're last in slugging. They're slugging as a team 302. I had my guy Drew Davis from the Blitzball Battle, my godson. He sent me a screenshot from Jimmy Norp, huge Tigers fan, MLW legend, and I said, "Oh, thanks, meat," because he's a little scared to come in the warehouse. But yeah, I mean the Tigers are kind of just they're a sad offense right now.
They were relying on some young guys to carry that offense, which is never really a good idea if you're an organization. If you want to listen up to this, you're in a front office. Like, you can't really rely on the young guys to go do it. And even who you brought in, Baez, he's more of an all-around player than just some big offensive threat. So you kind of had to see some of this coming, maybe not to this extent. Yeah, it's been tough to watch. If you're a Tigers fan, you had some high hopes. You went and spent some money. You had some young pitching that was ready to be who, you think they can be. And then they just played pretty bad ball. And a lot of it's offensively driven too, but all around, I just don't think it's been very good.
Tried to search out to give some A's some love because they won 4 out of these 5 games. And this is a bad way to do it. I know Sean Murphy had a big homer in one of the games. He was the first one, or he had a big RBI. I forget. Anyway, the A's is just like, you can't look at like 3 guys. I mean, Betancourt had a really good series. I know Kemp made a really nice defensive play, but they had 10 guys.
Dude, that shit was crazy.
I know. He was shocked by it. He's made a couple.
That was crazy.
The A's had 10 different guys with RBIs, and they had 10 different guys score runs. It's like just really spread out, which is a credit to the A's, but also just like an even bigger discredit to the Tigers. Like, you just got beat by everyone.
Yeah, well, the A's don't have, a bat that's going to just, win games for them. So they're going to have to do that if they want to win any games.
They just got a lot of short names: Sean Murphy, Tony Kemp, Jed Lowry, Kevin Smith, Seth Brown, Elvis Andrews, Chad Pinder.
And the A's bullshit always comes from their pitching. They have 2 relievers that haven't given up an earned run this year, Danny Jimenez and Sam Mull, guys who might not be in your book. AJ Puck looks like he might have that bounce back year you've been looking for, Trev. And Paul Blackburn is your prototypical, there will be an A's starting pitcher every year who just kind of lights it up, 31 innings, a 1.74 ERA.
If you told a team you're going to have a 600 collective OPS over a 5-game series, you wouldn't be too stoked on it, but this team just did that, won 4 out of 5. 2
bad teams.
And
I
got
Zach Logue as my A's guy, Jake.
Okay.
Like what he's doing.
Huge.
This is interesting. They were the home team, as it was one of those scheduled games, doubleheaders, I believe, in game 2, where the A's were the home team in Detroit. So I was like, are they going to wear white unis? But they didn't. They kept their gray unis on, which is interesting to me. I guess it makes it easier to travel with one less set of uniforms for the clubhouse guys.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Where's Frankie Montas going to be pitching?
Who knows? The Rangers take 2 out of 3 from the Royals. Good job by our dude Hearn. Good job by the other Rangers starting pitchers. Seager had 3 home runs. Backyard Brad had 5 hits with 2 homers. Good for them. The Tigers are bailing out the Royals on the sadness scale.
Texted Taylor Hearn, said great start. He said light work. So just expect more of that.
I saw his sister on Twitter, Robin. She was tweeting like, why'd they take him out? And I was wondering if it was about Hearn or then she did another thing, a basketball tweet. So then I was wondering if it was a basketball tweet, and I never followed up because I was
his pitch count was really low. I decided not to ask him just because, hey, two good back-to-back starts. Let Hearn.
Yeah. Okay.
So big development from the Rangers side of things. One Garver's going on the IL, so Jonah Heim is going to get a little run here, which he's played. He played, yeah. So, anyways, he followed me on Instagram.
Wow.
Or maybe it was Twitter. One of them. Me and Jonah.
So he heard you have his back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Tall, strikingly handsome with good hair guy.
You
it's
rang.
It's right up my alley, baby.
Let's do the IL.
I'm going to crank this IL. Hit the music, Big Z. Just like our band, Crooked Ways. Hey, in the Interleague Series, your Phillies took on the Seattle Marineros, and they got sauced. Phillies won the sandwich, the bread games of the series. Jim, your guy Ranger Suarez dropped it. 6 shutty. You like that. The Mariners took game 2. They won 5-4, and there was 1 earned run from the Phillies. Mean Gene, the fighting machine. 4 earned runs both ways. Phillies lose, not known for their defense. They take it in the battle of the gates of Gibraltar. Gilbert and Falter on the mound for the respective teams. Big Reese Hoskins, friend of the pod. Trev's kind of guy. He had a massive series. And the Phillies relievers did their job. They take 2 out of 3. Braves and Red Sox split a 2-gamer. Boring. Red Sox had a fun inning. They probably like that. They put up a 6 spot in game 1 to win that. And then in the second game, they lose. Sorry, Red Sox. Trevor Story hits his first home run. So that might be of note. And Chris Sale says he's going to start throwing in a matter of days, not weeks. Sounds like a rap lyric if you say it like that.
6 days. 6 days.
Orioles played the Cardinals. Birds take 2 out of 3. There is a note, this was the first bird team matchup of the season. I can't confirm or deny, but I'll believe it. Why not? You got to believe in something in this life. And why don't you believe in Kyle Bradish, the young pitcher for the Orioles who dropped it? 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 11 Ks, first career win, and he beat Jimmy's guy, Packy Naughton. So that's a memory. Cardinals took the middle game in a blowout, and then Orioles bookend it with the series end, and oh no, my short king Tyler O'Neill, some bad base running to end the game. No, you can't do that, my friend. And that's your interleague. 3 series, 1 2-game split nobody cares about. Phillies do good, Orioles do good. What do you need? What do you want?
Where we dropping,
Mariners
boys?
have now lost 5 series in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Mariners have lost like 8 of their last 10 games. Feel bad for them. The Mariners.
I was told that we had to mention George Kirby, although he didn't throw in any of this series.
Yeah, he got
mentioned. Mention him.
He got mentioned last time.
So
we didn't mention him. He was going to be pissed at me. So there it is.
Okay.
Are there only 3 bird teams in baseball? There's a lot more bird teams in football. There's only 3 in baseball.
Jays, Cardinals, Orioles, unless we're missing
And
one.
the schedule, if you are an
The Marlins are like a bird of the sea.
No.
Well,
Okay. I could be persuaded.
Don't they have like wings?
This schedule this year,
Yeah.
specifically for the AL East, I don't know if it's this way for the other divisions as well. I could look into it.
I guess let us know.
Let us know. Stinks. Has your team not played any in-division teams? Because in the AL East, Trev, the Yankees haven't played the Rays yet. They haven't played in Fenway yet. The Rays haven't played the Blue Jays yet. The Blue Jays haven't played the Orioles yet. It just seems like, we're 30 games in and there's so many no division games. I don't know. It's weird.
It's interesting. It's an interesting point. I think a lot of times I like to save those for the end of the year, but I agree. Maybe it's just a weird start to the year.
Fucking the Rays end of the year is brutal. They have in September, I think they have 18 games against the Yankees or 15 games against the Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yeah. Anyway,
People in chat not happy with me saying a marlin is a bird.
Oh,
you said it was a bird of the sea.
it's a bird of the
Whatever.
sea. It's a bird of the sea.
Good job by the Phillies and my dude Ranger Suarez. And then
Phillies went out and did it.
We can't talk about the Braves and the Red Sox
2-game set. What are we doing?
and the Cardinals. The Orioles are pesky.
How Mariners fans in the chat, sound off. How you guys feeling? Are you gonna be okay? Jared Kelenic going back to New York this week. I actually gave him a ton of credit this morning on Baseball Today. Why are you? What are you laughing at, bro?
Orioles fans in chat, sound off.
No, I said Mariners.
I know.
They need to tell us what's going on. I need to
Yeah.
hear the vibe because when we don't give them enough credit, Mariners fans get pissed at us. And now I don't want to give them any credit because it just got swept by the freaking Phillies. But I gave Kelenic some credit earlier this morning because he's making adjustments with his swing. I am one of the only believers in this guy right now. Nobody's believing in him except for me. I think he can turn it around. He's showing the adjustments. He'll be fine, guys.
I'm kind of adopting the Orioles. I like the Orioles. I have the Orioles. I have the Orioles as Orioles fans are going to hate this, but you're actually a Yankees ally right now. You know, first place team and fifth place team are usually friends because you want the fifth place team to just kind of do your bidding for you and go like, you know, take out their ankles while you're lining up the sniper shot at the head situation. So I like that the Orioles are keep winning series and just being pesky.
Man.
And then just bow down and lose whenever you come to the Bronx. Deal.
Mariners, it's kind of go time, man. Otherwise, like, you don't want it to become trade deadline and we stop talking about you. You got to go, Mariners. Trev, you have a question. Sound off.
Oh, the chat, I freaking love it. This is why I asked the chat to sound off a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's what's today? Tell me.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Jeff Passan.
No, what's
Jeff
today?
Passan Day.
Thank you, Jeff Passan Day. Lions with a Z said, since Jeff Passan said we were the best team in the AL West, we've gone 3-12.
Wow.
The curse of Jeff Passan.
Dude, that's the opposite of what the Snakes have done. So Jeff doing that empowered my snake energy for the Snakes to go. Yeah, wow. Eat shit, Jeff. Happy Jeff Passan Day.
I'm on Jeff's side. Team does so good, you publicly support them, and then they just make you look like a fool. Rude of the Mariners.
Cursed
to make him. Yeah. They cursed him.
Double curse.
Bull crap. All right, let's move on to the second half of the show where we are going to give out some standout performances, awards, Slump Watch, and Fuego, and the works. And it's brought to you by
Jim. You want to talk about a standout performance? How about Muggsy and the job it does on your shapely body? Muggsy jeans, they're the only jeans that John Boy puts on his body. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. I was new to Muggsy. I said, what is this Muggsy jeans? And man, they have roped me in. They are the most damn comfortable jeans around. Their words and my words. Most comfortable jeans on the planet. Their words and my words. More room for your balls. No more hugging your balls, Trev. Never too baggy. Never too skinny. Always just right. They just dropped 10 fresh new designs for their swim collection. Hello, that seems a little... I'm going to have to look into that. Some 7-inch seams. Yep. Sign me up. Muggsy is great. They also they have black denim. They have green that they don't look like denim pants, so you can kind of style it up. We love Muggsy. Go to Muggsy.com. Use promo code BASEBALL. 10% off your entire order. That's Muggsy.com. Promo code BASEBALL for 10% off your entire order.
Chris Rose does a great Muggsy read for us on Baseball Today. And I took some pictures and a video of C. Rose going to the dessert line, Angel Stadium.
Saw that. I laughed out loud.
All the comments were like, bro, are those Muggsy jeans on C. Rose? They look great. Like, this is a real comments, man. They do. They even make C. Rose with that frumpy dad bod he worked so hard to keep. They even make this dude look good. Imagine what they can do for you if you just have an average body.
You sniping Rosie in the dessert line. That got me.
He made us go. He made us fucking go back. Like we were like ready to leave for the day. And he's like, I gotta go to the dessert line.
Got to.
And then he wouldn't let me. Then he wouldn't let me get a beer at the end of the day. So it's like,
dude, I know that we're running long, Jake, and you have to go. But can I share with the people and with Trev the prank that happened to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes.
So we're at the Rangers game. Go Rangers.
Go Rangers. Go Rangers. Go.
The New York Rangers invited us to the hockey game. And, Jake and you're in stadium mode, man. And you're just, it's kind of like a holiday. Nothing counts. And a guy walks by me with a cup of ice cream. And I go, hey, that look good. Jake says he doesn't remember this, but Jake said, I think they're like $5 too, bro. And I said, wow. And then I said, I'm going to go find those. And he goes, maybe get a couple. And then I said,
I said all of that. I never said I wanted one.
Yeah. So I come back with 2 and Jake's like, what the fuck, dude? I don't want this. I'm like, wow. Well, there's a lot of signs there, man.
No, I wanted you to have 2. I'm rooting for you. You're wearing Mugsies. You're comfy.
That's a lot of ice cream. Yeah. I need to eat the full one. I had like 3 spoonfuls. Anyway, I go try to find this ice cream place in the garden. And I go up to the first lady, just like the first main stand. And I'm like, hey, I saw a cup of ice cream. Like, where's that at? She goes, oh, that's it's like a cart down the way. It's called Gaze. And I said, Gaze? And she said, yeah, it's a vendor cart, Gaze ice cream. All right. And she said, it's that way. So I just started walking. And halfway through, I realized I can't like go up to someone and be like, where's Gaze ice cream? And it wasn't called Gaze, I don't think. She just pranked me into not being able to ask for future help, which made me laugh real good. It's like a really good,
like Gaze.
No,
gazing into your eyes.
She didn't spell it out loud. I have no idea.
Yes.
Did you get the ice cream or not?
I did. It took me a long time.
Yeah.
Gave it to Jake. Good. Jake gave it to Kyle, and Kyle housed it.
I've had ice cream in so long.
Trev, you've been proud of me. I passed it along. Not this time.
Yeah, though. I don't, that's why I don't we don't have ice cream in the house or anything. Anyway, Gaze ice cream. I was like, can't be asking someone.
I fucking crushed that ice cream.
Did have 3 beers and I might have kicked one like all over the stands. Like a comical amount of beer everywhere. Standout performances.
Be there for game 7. Standout performances. I took the layup here. I took Reed Detmers. 9 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 0 hits, 1 walk, 1 error. Again, the walk did turn into a double play, so he still could have faced the minimum if the error didn't happen. I believe it was the walk that turned into double play. But a no-hitter, 11th career start. It's an easy standout, man. The Rays, isn't there some weird stat like the Rays have been no hit more than any other team, even though they have only like a 30-year history?
They don't care.
I know they don't care, but I feel like
that is funny.
They're on the other end of a lot of no hitters. So good job by Reed Detmers. I had a bunch of stats. 28 batters faced, 14 first pitch strikes. At the end of it, he started going to his curveball to get a first pitch strike. He wasn't running from contact. The Rays were just kind of like hitting into easy outs, really. It says they had like 9 hard hit balls, but I watched them all and none of them were ever. The only one that you would be like, ooh, off the bat was the one over Rendon's head. So it's just a lot of like easy outs.
Love it.
I knew you'd end up there, Jim, because, a no-hitter with only 2 strikeouts, I think a lot of the nerds say not impressive, and I think you say extra impressive.
Extra impressive. You can induce inducing weak contact is a better skill set than inducing swings and misses because he got to throw all 9 innings. And in a land where pitchers get hurt and bullpens get tired and you have the shuttle up and down, a pitcher pitching more innings is more valuable than it's ever been because 5 years ago they said it's worth nothing and they kind of scrapped it. And now it's like, well, shit, we need someone to save our bullpen today. Can you give us some length? Like, I don't know. You don't let me throw more than 100 pitches. I guess I'll try to induce bad contact.
I was going to see if he's ever been a strikeout guy. I don't, last year he wasn't a strikeout guy, only in 5 starts, obviously. In the minor leagues, I guess I got to go look that up. But it's interesting. Yeah, like he is a highly touted prospect, but you look at his stuff and it's compared to what we see around the league and other pitchers, it's not like it's going to blow you away with the stuff. But if you can induce a soft contact like that,
Trev,
place for you in the game.
Trev, it's because he took the quick path, man. He was drafted 10th overall in 2020. Yeah. So he's only got 62 minor league innings where he has 108 strikeouts. So yeah, I think he's going to have that, but I think it's probably going to be a little later because he's not learning against AA and AAA hitters. He's learning against the big boys.
We were talking to Lorenzen before the game, and I was pissed. I said, this guy didn't even grind it out in the freaking minor leagues. Now here he is enjoying the beautiful big leagues. First of all, I was supposed to go first. No big deal. I'll take you to another young lefty. My standout performance is going to Shane McClanahan, partly because I was at the game and got to see his stuff. He went 7 innings pitched, 7 shutty, 11 Ks with only 1 walk. I believe he leads the AL in strikeouts right now. His stuff is electric. Even I was joking with C Rose. I think I can hit this guy. But you saw some swings he was getting from the Angels hitters. And just kind of, we got down there real close at one point. Ball hums out of his hand. Things going kind of all over the place. He's going to be around for a while. And for the Rays to have like an arm like him, and we'll see what they turn him into. He's already nasty, but I think, when they really get their paws sunk into him, I think he's going to be around for a long time. So shout out Shane McClanahan.
Shout out. Nice, and you were supposed to go first. My bad, Trev.
It's okay.
Could be a difference maker if Shane McClanahan.
James, you like keeping team. Sorry, you like keeping your team in games. He hasn't allowed more than 3 runs in any start.
Oh yeah.
Till he sees the Yankees. Whoops.
Ooh.
Okay.
Jake?
Fellas, I am going to, I teased it before. I am going with my fellow thick king, Josh Naylor. Listed 5'11", 250, so I think we're giving him 5'10", 251. A beautiful build, beautiful eyes, Cheshire Cat. And by the way, this guy's moved around a little bit in his young career. It looks like the light switch may have clicked, and I hope it does. Because on the year, he's hitting a casual 347, 377, 988 OPS. But what he did in that game, if you haven't seen the clip of him freaking out after hitting his home run, it's a must watch because if you love passion and meeting sports, it's what's it all about. And Jim, you like giving the standout performance to a pitcher usually. They control the game. They kind of dictate the outcome. When my guy Josh Naylor hits a couple late 3-run homers to give himself an 8 RBI day, he was that dude. Top of the 11th, he hits one, and I think the other one was in the 9th inning. So, yeah, you hit 2 3-run homers after the 9th inning. That's a really good formula. Came back from that game. I think the team was down, 8-2 in the 9th, something like that. So, and man, go watch the video of him screaming into his own dugout. It's a beautiful thing. A little scary.
He also had an RBI double in the 8th. He kind of put him close to the White Sox. Then AJ Pollock, that motherfucker, broke my forearm. He hit the 3-run homer to get it out, the lead out again. But Naylor was nasty.
Nasty Naylor.
Thick boy too.
Oh, real thick. He's got a fun
like 4 or 5 C's on that.
He's got
too,
a
not just
fun
2.
build, man.
Okay. Shout out. We had some donations in the chat. We haven't shouted out.
We did.
Our guy. Yeah. Who it was? Fuego, I know, did something. He was talking about where to get the gay ice cream at Madison Square Garden, section 115. So if you want to know that, you got that. And then Mark Richardson. That? He said it's called Big Gay Ice Cream.
Oh,
so section 115.
Yes, that is an ice cream place in the city. Yes, I should have put that together. That's funny that she just goes, I think it's called gays.
Mine went straight to GAZE when they said that.
Big
but
A ice
Big
cream.
A ice cream, section 115,
there's one
Madison
in the
Square
Village.
Garden. And then Mark Richardson, $10. Thank you. Said, can we slump watch Say Suzuki? Maybe we will.
Maybe. Zach, can you hit the slump watch sound? Now, Trev, you have the NL, so usually whoever has the NL runs us through, but also you hide. I don't know if Zach has the robot, but I can do it for you if you want.
I have it.
Yeah, I'd rather just you guys do it.
All right, here we go.
And some guy said I look like some Logan Paul co-host. What does that mean?
Damn.
Well, I think, roasted. All right, this is who we had on Slump Watch. We have some good claps. We have a really good clap here. Avisel Garcia, he goes 5 for 12 with a homer and 3 RBIs, Jake. So I think he gets that's what it's all about.
Round of applause.
Is getting him off. Yuli Gurriel, he went 2 for 9 with a K and a hit by pitch, 300 on base, 222 off, but no clap, right?
He's off. He gets 1 clap, but the Astros don't even need it. So
all right. Young, thick Austin Riley, he went 1 for 6 with a walk and a hit by pitch, a 375 on base. It was a 2-game set against the Red Sox, which we don't talk about.
Right.
Split 2-game sets. So I don't know what you want to do.
I kind of want to leave him. I want Young Thick to get off, and I think he will. So 2-game set, that was almost unfair to him.
Okay. And then Gio Urshela, he goes 1 for 8 with a K, but he broke up the no-hitter, which is pretty huge. So I'm giving him a clap, and we'll take him off because if you're going to get 1 hit, you got to make it really worth it. And, the rest of the team didn't get any. So,
yeah.
All right. And then potential new ads. We got Schwarber went 0 for 13. Jose Abreu goes 0 for 10. I'd rather not put Jose Abreu on as the Yankees have 3 more games against the White Sox.
Yeah.
Kike Hernandez 0 for 10 with a K. Toro 0 for 10 with 2 K. A lot of offers. Yeah. Grossman 0 for 15 with 3 walks. So I think easily out of this crew, Grossman, those 3 walks set him aside.
Yeah, and the Tigers just don't hit in general. So Bobby dodges that. Schwarbo seems like a layup.
Yeah, let's throw him on.
We love him. He'll get himself off. And then, I kind of wasn't going to do Kike for the same argument that you gave Jose Abreu, but the Red Sox could use it. I don't know. It's fun when the Red Sox are better, and we like Kike, so maybe we'll get him.
So yeah, let's get him going.
And then Toro. It's Jeff Passan Day, and Toro's Mariners.
Okay. Yeah. And he got traded, and Passan probably reported that.
Oh, 1,000%.
Probably let people know. Hey, this happened.
Okay.
Here's something that happened.
Bang. Done.
Good job. All right, Zach, can you throw the Fuego sound effect on?
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Trev, tell us who's hot. Who had a good week?
This is so fun when I get to do this. Well, we already talked about Josh Naylor. Do I need to go into it again? 5 for 9, 3 homers, a double, 9 ribbies. I mean, it's all kind of coming in one game there. He's hot. You know who's always hot? Mike fucking Trout with the 250 OPS plus. That means he's worth 2.5 players. That's ridiculous. He went 5 for 7, 3 homers, 6 RBIs, 3 walks. The guy's career on base percentage is 420. Career. My goodness. Rhys Hoskins, he is my guy, not kind of my guy. 6 for 13, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. Shohei, saw him live. I put a picture out on my Instagram of him eating his sliding glove. 6 for 13, 2 homers, a double, 5 RBIs. Edwin Rios swinging a hot bat for the Dodgers. 5 for 10, 2 homers, a double, 7 ribbies. Corey Seager getting it going. I like that. I really like Corey Seager. I think he's one of the guys that we need to like more.
Yeah.
3 for 10, all of them. James, homers, 3 homers, 2 walks. Gene Segura, kind of underrated player right there. Didn't he lead the league in hits a few years with the Brewers? 5 for 9, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 3 walks. And then Wilson Contreras, 7 for 10. That's a nice series. A homer, 2 walks. And he also got hit by 2 pitches. OBP, baby. And
it's nice to see Edwin. It's nice to see Edwin Rios. He had a rough year last year, but he never is going to get run on that team. And he feels like a guy that the Dodgers should say, hey, we love you. But we think maybe we're blocking you.
He can hit the ball. Every time
ball.
I kind of tune into a Dodgers game and I'm really intently watching and he's playing, I'm like impressed with his at bats. He can look silly sometimes, but like he's got some thump.
Yeah.
So he'll be in the Luis Castillo to the Dodgers trade. Got it.
Damn.
Speaking of damn, you guys need to shave your downstairs. And there's really, truly only one option.
Fuck.
It's Manscaped.
Oh, easy.
Manscaped, the ultra smooth package. It's back, baby. Wow. It's Trevor Plouffe circa 2005. The Lawnmower 4.0. Grab your handy dandy Lawnmower 4.0. Give your boys a classic trim. Then you're going to want to grab the Crop Exfoliator. You go to the Crop Gel with its 4 essential oils. It's a spa day for your testicles. Then it's time to shave the Crop Shaver, shaving that groin area with confidence. That's what it's all about. Whether you're in the batter's box or you're shaving around your mailbox, it's all about confidence with the Manscaped Ultra Smooth package. Why don't you go to manscaped.com, use code TALKIN, no G on the end, TALKIN, TALKIN at manscaped.com. You'll get 20% off plus free shipping with that code TALKIN. Manscaped.com, they're your only option. Go over there, shave your balls and stuff.
Do you use the razor? Because Manscaped just sent me out the package. It's the nice triple blade razor. Yeah. You can really get it close down there. Do you do that?
For special occasions. I mean, that's not that's not my regular. Normally it's just a tidy up with the 4.0. But if there's a big wedding or,
wedding.
If me and
nice and respectful of you.
Yeah, I like to show it's a little tribute to the bride and groom. I did this for you.
I recently had a discussion, and this guy that I talked to about, he said he's never done it before. And I said, you got to give it a try.
Yeah.
Go with the razor down there and check it out.
Be careful. Be careful. Trev, why don't you be careful with your first award?
My award, what did I say my award was? Oh, this is a good one. No Correa. No problem. We talked about this guy quite a bit on the show already. Definitely front runner for AL Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Pena, shortstop of the Houston Astros. I wanted to just give him a little bit of love. And we talked at the beginning of the season, the way that other Astros players were talking about him, raised our eyebrows a little bit. They were calling him a superstar. And I don't know if it was you guys or if it was Chris Rose who said, well, everyone talks about like the young guy like that, but they don't really, not that word. Star is reserved for someone you think can really do it. Now, in my times, Buxton, we're like, this guy's going to be a star. Miguel Sano, this guy's going to be a star. I think Buck has lived up to the title. I think Sano kind of has. I don't know. He's been a really good player. I don't know about his future in Minnesota now. But anyway, Jeremy Pena has been absolutely awesome. He is leading the AL and B WAR. He's hitting the ball. He's got a 152 OPS plus. He already has 6 homers, 20 RBIs. He's been doing it on the defensive side as well. So you got a guy who is 24 years old. You get rid of your stud, Carlos Correa. You bring this guy up, and it's seamless. And the Astros just seem to do it time and time again. Jeremy Pena, your AL Rookie of the Year. And you know what? Like, we were all talking about a couple different AL rookies coming into the year. Jeremy Pena was mentioned for sure, but I think we were talking more about the Bobby Witt Juniors and such. This guy's going to be a problem for years to come. The Astros are just a freaking machine. I don't know what else there is to say. Shout out Jeremy Pena.
Shout out.
Stud.
La Tormenta.
I forget what I was naming my award because I did have one.
Okay. What was that name you were thinking about?
I'll just do a not creative name. I just go like the bullpen friend award.
The bullpen friend.
Bullpen friend award. Anyway, it goes to Justin Verlander, who I feel like isn't getting talked about nearly enough as he should, because maybe he came back from injury, or it's still like people don't like talking about the Astros. I have no idea. Verlander's been amazing. He goes one, like, I mean, if Detmers didn't outshine him, he probably would have been the story of the night. Gio breaks up the no-hitter, but he goes 8 innings pitched, 1 hit. Should have got a standout performance, but I snagged him because I want to talk about the award. And here's where I hope the the sport's corrected back to what you want out of a starting pitcher. Trev, the top 15 innings leaders for starting pitchers in MLB, the top 15 most innings pitched have all started 7 games besides one guy. Justin Verlander. He's only started 6, and he's in the top 5, I think, for innings pitched, or the top 10 for innings pitched, and he started 1 less game than everyone around him. On top of that, the Astros average 2 relievers in his starts. He is saving the bullpen. They have a stretch of like 30 games in 33 days. They went to a 6-man rotation to help out. Also, they have Verlander, who's just giving them distance. So like in his first start, they used 3 relievers. That's the highest because it was his first start. He's got another one where they used 3 relievers, but he's got 2 starts where they only had to use 1 other guy because he went 8 innings. And he's got 2 where they used 2. That's really, really, really valuable.
It's something that he values.
Yeah.
It's valuable to your team, but that's something that he wants. He wants to be that guy.
And
he wants to put the game on himself.
And relievers like that. Like they probably right now are like, hey, we got a Verlander today. Like,
and coming back from TJ.
Yeah, coming back from TJ. He's an ace.
It's a rare combination of a pitcher who still values that, a pitcher whose stamina can do that, and a pitcher whose stuff is good enough to do that. And yeah, man, him come October, that should be a doozy.
Was there any other team in the running to sign him?
Yeah, the Yankees.
Yanks.
And what happened?
They didn't want to do Astros guaranteed him $40 million, and the Yankees only wanted to give him the 20 for the 1 year.
I think
50.
Like Astros
50,
guaranteed him.
Yeah,
50.
well, they gave him the player option.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's not going to be there.
Go back.
I mean, he might
be
be there.
We'll see. See how it plays out. Still a lot of money.
Verlander.
Man. Sex. A lot of it.
It seems like just an absolute no-brainer when you go back and look at it now. We'll pay you to rehab. We'll get to monitor you every second of the way because you're our player.
No, actually, they signed him after the rehab. He rehabbed his last year of his last contract.
That's totally right.
It was locked in. And I don't think he rehabbed with the team. I think like the story was he was never around, but he's back now and he's awesome. He's helping out. He's saving the bullpen and they're winning either 4-1 or 5-1 in his starts. He should be getting a little more pub than he is. I feel like
he's going to opt out and Scherzer it and get crazy money.
He's pretty old in comparison. Isn't he older than Scherzer? What's he going to be at the end of this year?
He turns 40 next February.
40 next year.
Say February again.
February?
It's tough.
It's not good. Nobody likes it, but it's the life we lead.
Who's the best friend of the week? Zach?
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Put a cork in your butt. Sit on it. Try to poop.
Big Astros pod today. Let's go.
Jake, your award?
I'm giving out the 6th Man of the Year award. Trev, you're a big NBA guy. Your Lakers look good this year.
Yeah.
The 6th Man of the Year award's always kind of a funky award, right? We're giving out the 6th Man of the Year award to a guy that's not a starting player. He might not be a top 4 guy on the team. He might not be a top 3 guy on the team, but we're giving out the 6th Man award. You're the best guy who comes off the bench. That's pretty cool. Like, it's still cool. Like, you have a certain skill set that you're doing something.
That's an awful award. Why is that an award? I never really gave that much thought. Like, do you think the 5th guy is like, what the fuck?
Because it's a different skill set. You're starting not on the court. You come in the game and you do your role. It's
Not if the 6th man is just not good enough to start. And if he was on another team, he'd be the 5th man.
Oh, that's kind of the whole thing. So, Jim, there's a popular debate in baseball circles about the cycle. Because, isn't 4 home runs better than a cycle? Well, yeah, it is. And that doesn't happen a ton. But a cycle is a unique thing. You need a certain set of skill set. You need a little bit of luck. And our guy, friend of the pod, Christian Yelich, just tied the MLB record for career cycles. I believe he has 3 of them, and he's the 6th person in MLB history to do that. So that's why he gets the 6th Man of the Year award, because he's the 6th guy to do it. It's kind of a weirdly argued topic in baseball circles, because, yeah, the cycle's not the coolest thing in the world, but it's also still kind of cool in its own right. So Yelly, who's still got those long legs on him, and he's got some life in him, let's get him the MLB record for most career cycles. Feels like a layup. Next time Yelly hits a triple, I think it's must watch. And even we might need a pitcher, we might need a friend, we might need a Freed or someone, a Giolito, someone like that to maybe give him a cookie or 2 so we can get him there.
Cycle and no-hitter, same thing. I mean, for me, I have the same reaction to both of them. Cycle's more rare than a no-hitter.
No-hitter is got to be more rare than a cycle, no?
I think cycle's more rare than no-hitter.
Let's see.
Well, no-hitter just helps so much more than a cycle does, though. It's like worth so much more than a cycle. Shout out Yelly. He's got his
because they pitched the whole game and that value. But as far as just like a singular like accolade, like
we were trying to figure out what the comparison was, me and C Rosie, and it's difficult. It's difficult to find. 840 OPS.
They're very similar. Wow, that's cool. They're
no hitters and cycles.
Yeah, hold on. This says that the no hitter is slightly more rare, but I think they're very.
It's interesting. You know, they all came against the Reds, Jake.
Yeah.
But either way, it's cool. A perfect game is very, very cool. I will clap, and like that gets my attention. No hitters and cycles they're kind of like, yeah, that's awesome.
It's awesome.
Let's see. I've got 335 career cycles, and I've got 315 career no-hitters. So 40 more career cycles.
Yeah, there's something about the date of keeping track of shit is different or something like that. According, I don't know.
Baseball.
The only cool, for it to be a really cool cycle, you either have to have the homer or the triple come last.
Triple has to come last, and you have to do it like a stretch.
I like the homer. Kubel did it with a grand slam.
You're right. Triple
or a walk-off, maybe it was.
Yeah.
Just can't be the sad double.
The triple is probably the most entertaining because it's like you got a big boy sometimes. He can't really hustle around the bags, but he puts it in the right place. Sometimes that right fielder might just go, I'll toss it in a little slower right now.
You're almost guaranteed always to have a good broadcaster call on someone trying to finish up the cycle. Entertainment.
All right.
Jim, you going to stimulate us?
Oh my God.
Time for the stimulator. Zach's doing it. As a team, the no-hitter is way more valuable. But just like, as rarity. Like the accolade people think, they're the same thing. Just oddities. Do you have the music, Z-Man? Did it?
I do have it. Are you ready for it?
Is Zach gonna like take his shirt off or something? Because he's a performer.
It's a Friday stimulation, and Z-Man is running the simulator this week. Here we go. In the American League, the 6-seed Blue Jays will face the 3-seed Twins in a wild card series. Zach, who wins, Blue Jays or Twins?
Blue Jays win versus the Twins.
Wow, suck it, Trev. Angels and Rays are the wild card matchup on the other side of the AL. Who wins that one? The Angels or the Rays? Both things exist in the sky.
That's true. Both are in the sky. Stimulator says the Angels win.
Wow.
Oh.
Just happened.
In the NL, we have the Brewers versus the Cardinals. The Cardinals being the 6th seed and the Brewers the 3.
Stimulator says Cardinals.
Wow.
Ooh, Brew Crew. That's brutal. Giants and Padres are the 4 and 5 on the NL.
Ooh.
Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in the AL, the divisional series, you have the Astros versus the Blue Jays. Springer going up against his old club.
Blue Jays.
Oh boy. And then we have the Yankees and the Angels. A little recap of the 2009 ALCS.
Yankees.
Okay.
Makes sense. Best record in all of baseball, obviously.
That's why.
All right. In the NL, the number 1 seed Mets will then be taking on the Giants.
The Giants.
Wow.
Gabe Kapler, hot. There he is.
Cardinals and Dodgers. Dodgers being the 2 seed. They got the bye. They waited around. The Cardinals.
Oh, it's
coming to town.
It's the Dodgers.
Holy smokes. Dodgers, Giants, NLCS. I got to stay here and find out who's going to the World Series. That is a doozy.
Holy cow. Let's see, the Giants.
Wow.
Whoa.
Revenge
God.
series.
Blue Jays versus the Yankees in the championship series in the AL. Who wins it? Who's facing the Giants in the World Series?
It's a close one, but it has to be the Yankees.
Yankees. Wow.
God.
Yankees, Giants, World Series. Every grandpa
It's aesthetically
in New
pleasing. I
York
like
is
it.
like,
Yeah.
this is what I grew up with.
Yes. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to say, but I think the Yankees take it.
Whoa.
Oh,
my God.
Holy smokes. And that's coming. I mean, the guy running
Let's
the buttons on the
go.
stimulator is a diehard Mets fan. So that's so weird.
There
can't-
it
you,
is.
you guys can't even say
Yeah.
bias or anything.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
That's just
Jake, you and I
stimulator
match.
talk.
Look at us.
Hot.
hot. All right. Hey, everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Love ya. Enjoy the baseball. We'll be back on Monday to recap what the hell happened over the weekends.
We love you, Kotuck. We love you, baby.
Love you, Kotuck.
Love you, Kotak.
Love you, Mom.
You're fine, Jeremy Pena. You're fine.
Jake sucks.